All right, y'all, it's Sean B, and I hope you all have been well. In this video, I want to share with you all about this new film camera that I got. If you've been following me and seeing my videos, you've probably seen my recent unboxing video that I have of my Canon EOS-1N. If you haven't, I'll put the link in the description or it'll be floating around here somewhere. But I want to share with you guys why I decided to get this camera. How my first few shoots went with it, tell you some of the pros and cons, and maybe give you a little direction on investing in a camera like this if you've been thinking about it. So first, let's get into the why. I needed a camera that was familiar, versatile, and convenient. If you know me, you know that I love to shoot on medium format, and one of the first ones that I got was actually this Mamiya 645. But then I wanted to dive into the Pentax 6.7. And if you know that camera definitely feels familiar. I love that you can just like bring it up to your eye, snap away. But after a few hours, it can feel clunky, and just the ergonomics of it just isn't that convenient for my type of shooting. And then, unfortunately with my Pentax, that started to break and I had to get rid of it. And then few years ago, maybe a year or two ago, I landed on this RZ6.7, and this one has been amazing. But with this one, it's a waist level viewfinder. And again, with this one, because it is medium format, it's a little bit heavier. And when I'm doing a shoot where it's a little more street photography or just a little more run and gun, this isn't the best camera for that. Now, when I'm shooting in studio, I'm always using that RZ6.7 because you can use your tripod, set up a shot, take your time with it, and everything comes out perfect. So I was doing some research on YouTube, on Reddit, and kept seeing the Canon EOS-1V and the 1N. When I looked at that price tag of the 1V though, I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing that right now. So then that's where I landed on the 1N. And honestly, it has been perfect for me. I got this camera off of eBay for 400 bucks and came from Japan. It was a crazy steal. Just looking at the condition of it, this looks like a brand new camera. There's not one blemish, one scuff mark, no dust or mold inside of the mirror or inside the camera, and it is in absolute pristine shape. And that's why I always say to do your research before you purchase a camera, to look at the condition of it, to make sure you're buying what you want. It's 35mm film, and the fact that I can put my other EF Canon lenses on this is perfect, because when I'm shooting digital, I'm using my R6 Mark II, and so I have a 24-70, 70-200 that I'll use on my shoots. But the fact that I can take those same lenses and throw this onto this camera and just swap it out makes my life so much easier. And so these photos that I'm about to share with you, I'm sharing with you in chronological order of how the shoots came about and when they took place. The first time that I took the 1N on a shoot was for a friend of mine's birthday party. I just wanted to try it out, see what was gonna happen. So I loaded up some Ektar 100, and these were some of the results that we got from it. Pretty clean, pretty fun. I'm just glad that I was able to capture some of these moments with some friends. And the second time that I took out this camera for a shoot, I put out an ask on Threads and said, hey y'all, I have a new film camera. I want to use it on a test shoot. Are there any models in the LA area that want to do a shoot with me? And Mahala was one of the first ones to respond, and she was down. So I sent her the inspo or mood board that we were going for. And we actually shot this right by USC at the Rose Garden. You may have already seen these on my page, but with this shoot, we shot with Ektar 100 and Portra 400. So these first two shoots were the first time I used Ektar 100, and I was pretty happy with how they came out. And also big shout out to our makeup artist Felicia on this shoot. And you know, with the way some of these photos came out in the background in the trees, it doesn't even look like we're in LA in some of these. Some of them look like we're in like Oregon or Seattle or something like that. And then I got hired for a baby shower, where in this one, we loaded up some Portra 400 and some Kodak Ultramax 400. This was my first time using Kodak Ultramax 400, and I love the way the colors came out. When I put that ask out on Threads, there was another model named Angelise who said that she was down to create as well. So again, I sent her the mood board, we locked in our date, talked with our stylist George, and we made some magic happen. With this shoot, we actually shot it in downtown LA at the Westin Bonaventure, and you may have seen this location in some movie sets before. It's actually where they shot some scenes from Interstellar. All right, so we're actually at our location right now. You know me, I'm always gonna try to scout something before I actually shoot somewhere because I just think that makes the most sense. You know what lighting looks like, you know what foot traffic looks like. Those couches is exactly what I was looking for too. So I always like to be efficient with my shoots. So that's why I think it's important to do your location scouts and some of your pre-production so that on the day you're not asking yourself those questions and you can give the necessary information to your crew, to your talent, so that they know where to go. So on this shoot, we use Kodak Gold 200 as well as Ultramax 400. Ultramax 400 and Ektar 100 are about to be my go-to film stocks that I use because I just love the way the colors look, whether I'm shooting indoor or outdoor. Here's another one that we took. It wasn't on film, this one was on digital, but it's definitely one of my favorites that we got from the shoot. A few weeks later, I was booked for an elopement shoot, and so we shot over in the Beverly Hills courthouse area in City Hall. And with this one, we loaded up some Portra 400 for this shoot. This one was shot on digital, and I love the way this one came out, but I also want to show you how this exact same photo came out on film. I probably should have put them on the other side. So I probably should have placed the talent where I was standing when I wanted to do this on film, but I still love the way the digital came out. And I definitely want to show you all the good and bad of how some of these photos are coming out because no photographer is perfect and you may miss a shot or two. Now, let's get into the pros and cons of this camera. I've been using it for the past few weeks, few months, and I honestly have no cons about it right now. But if I did have to pick one, it would probably be the focus points. With the 1N, you get 5, but with the 1V, I believe you get 45 focus points with it. But for me, that's not much of a deal breaker when it comes to that price difference. It's sturdy, it's a workhorse, and did I mention that you can put your other EF mount lenses on this camera here? Now should you get this camera? If you're already an intermediate or professional photographer and you're in the Canon ecosystem, then maybe this is a camera you want to get. But if you're someone that's a little more beginner, just starting out, not sure if I would recommend this camera for you right now. I also have a new camera and lighting setup in this video compared to my other ones. So let me know in the comments if you're feeling this one. If you're not, should I go back to the other one? Should I continue with this setup here? But also let me know which photos you like the best from the ones that I just showed, whether on film or on digital. And then if there are any other questions that you have about film photography, about digital cameras, beginner cameras, which ones to pick out, let me know and I will do my best to give you the best direction and advice based on my expertise. So until then, catch y'all soon.